Okay, Dynamite Delight. I'm going to say this. Was this go-home show good? Yes. Compared to what we've been getting from Impact Wrestling's go-home shows or WWE's go-home shows for SmackDown and Raw, they've sucked to a certain extent. But this one was pretty good. Now, let's make this very clear. I'm sure there's a lot of people on one side that's going to say this was the greatest go-home show they ever saw. Or others are going to say it's a piece of garbage, a piece of crap. I'm saying it was near the middle of the road. Near. It wasn't perfect. There were several things they still have a major issue with, and I will be addressing it. But I am going to say this. If you watch this show, you will enjoy it. It's not perfect. And I think this is the 6th episode of Dynamite Delight. I know I keep saying Delight. That's my show, but it is Dynamite. It is a good situation with Dynamite. Now, I did not see last week's episode because I was sick, as I said. And I haven't gone back to see it, but I have heard it was a good episode. So, what we got in the beginning of the show. Trent, who is from Best Friends, versus Pac. I know I could say Pac. I'm saying Pac. It's easy to remember. It rolls off the tongue. I don't care. I'm being honest here. It don't matter if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. We know who we're talking about. And he does sound better as Pac. Pac? What is he? Impaka? Let's be honest here. Was this a good match? Particularly when you see Orange Cassidy there. Yes. It was a good match. I did enjoy the match. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. Seeing Orange Cassidy go into the ring, doing what he does, I gotta say this. Comparing to any person I've seen in this year, I still don't know who Orange Cassidy is. Let's be honest. We don't know, generally. People have never been exposed to him. We really still don't know who Orange Cassidy is unless you probably saw AEW Dark. And I haven't had a chance to see episodes 1 through 5. I haven't had the time. So this is one of the things I wish they would do on the main show. Devote maybe 10 minutes. At least 2 minutes of short 5-second or 10-second videos of these people. You could do it once a week, 2 minutes, 10 to 20 seconds of each of these people. It would help to know who these people are. I want to know who Orange Cassidy is. I don't want to go to AEW Dark knowing for well not all the time I have the time to go and look at it and then hope that maybe, and you could guys, if you've been watching AEW Dark, tell me below if there are any vid packs of any of these people that have been shown on the show. If there is, great. But I don't got the time to always go and look. This is why sometimes you can show some of it on Dark and show the rest of it on the main show. You must do it, or no one's going to get it. Not always the casual, even the hardcores have the time to look at AEW Dark. They just don't. With all the stuff that goes in their life. I got a lot going on. So, Pac wins. First, he tried to do it, but the Black Arrow didn't work. Then he does the submission, which knocks out Trent. He's unconscious. He wins by submission. No tap out, just knocks him out. It does kind of protect Trent, who, honestly, I don't know why you're protecting. Now, it doesn't mean it isn't a good thing because the Best Friends are very popular. But I think they didn't need to go that far to protect him. I'm being honest. I'm really being honest. Unless they're going to do a major push with Best Friends or Trent himself, I just don't see the worth of it. Not that he's a jobber. I just don't see it because they haven't shown us anything. Now, the next thing will be the Cody Rhodes segment in the interview. It is a segment interview with, Tony Savari. No, not Savari. What is the guy's name? I keep forgetting his name. I'm still learning. I'm sorry, guys. I have a tendency to forget if I don't see the guy all the time. But Schiavone. There you go. Tony Schiavone. But let's be honest here. Was this the best promo or segment you've ever seen? No. Was it emotional? Yes. I will say this. It was a very emotional segment. When you hear Cody talking about Chris Jericho, saying that he and him are almost similar, that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth because his dad was a famous hockey player. He was known as a silver spoon guy in his mouth because he was the American Dream's son. And both of them had to make themselves what they were. And pretty much that was an emotional connection you can make with that. And it was, particularly saying, who the hell do you think you are? I am no better than you. You're no better than me. You got a silver spoon in your mouth, you damn dick. That was a good thing. I did enjoy that. It was good they didn't censor it. And it was good that it was raw. It took 14 years for Cody to be where he is today. Now, a lot of people are not totally fond of Cody. Look at the Slug Daddy. He did have some confrontation with him, which I can understand. Cody's not perfect. So he could probably be a dick if he wants to be very easily himself. But let's be honest here. Taking away from the people who don't like Cody, he has made some good accomplishments in the last 14 years of his life. He worked very hard at what he's gotten today. So I will say this. This really does feel important. And then hearing what he said in the very beginning of it, hearing that people have been questioning, hey, how come you get the right to go after this title? You're one of the chairmen of the damn company. And he said it clearly. If I don't win, I'm not going after it again. For now. He doesn't say that. I'm saying it for now. But that does make it much more appealing. If he loses, he's going to have to try and keep his word. Because he is on the good guy's side. He's not with the inner circle. So unless he's going to the inner circle side, he's staying with the elite. And if he's staying with the elite ain't heels right now. So he's going to have to keep his word at least 6 months to a year. That's what I think would be the wisest thing to do. So if he does lose at the pay-per-view, which I will hopefully, I'm not going to forget, and I will do a review of it, it must be upheld to make this mean something compared to WWE never keeping their freaking word about anything. Now, let's go to Brandi, who looked like freaking Elvira, Mistress of the Night. Look, I got no problem with her looking like freaking Elvira. That woman back in the 70s, if I didn't get a picture of her, she's in my face right now, I will tell you to go and Google this woman. If you've never seen Elvira, the woman wasn't a heavy-chested woman. The woman didn't have the biggest ass and the biggest curves. But I promise you, being in that freaking tight dress, you think every bit of her is voluptuous beyond stink. And she ain't that full-figured of a woman. I know full-figured women because I had a very voluptuous wife, a very thick girlfriend, and a very average-looking girlfriend. And believe me, all of them were built in certain ways. And Elvira wasn't that much different than the average one, but she knew how to make the curves look bang. But anyway, if you guys ever seen Elvira, you understand. But anyway, did her promo mean something? She pretty much said, everybody thinks of me as just Cody's woman. And I worked hard just like him. And I'm now sick and tired of the situation. I am now going to be evil. And I'm using my brain to control the brawn who is in my face. And that is Awesome Kong, who I haven't seen in months. Months generally on any of the main pay-per-views as far as I know. We have not seen her. So either she had to go away and do something, or she was hurt, or she was not fully under contract, or maybe they were holding her back until now. You guys tell me below whatever you heard. But when it comes down to it, we now are going to have supposedly Awesome Kong, managed by Brandi again, and then maybe we're going to see something with Awesome Kong, which we've been desperately needing. And that leads me into the tag match with the women. And that's Sakura with Jamie Hager, another Hager in the company. Good looking woman. And then you got Rio. And then you got, what is her name? I can't remember her name. It is Shayna. Shanna. But she is from Portugal. She now lives in not in Spain, but in France. And now she's working as an American wrestler. Let me give it to you in this respect. This was the weakest thing in the entire show. And I know that people like the women's wrestling because it's good wrestling. But here's the major and most biggest major problem compared to WWE that they're not addressing. And I don't care what anybody says about AEW Dark. That look on there, you'll see promos. That means nothing. You must have promos on both AEW Dark and here. You must show these women. There's only 3 women that mean anything to me. Nia Rose, Britt Baker, and Awesome Kong. Those are the only ones that mean anything because those are the most known and already promoted. And I know Nia Rose isn't very well known and very popular, but it's not the point. Britt Baker, she's not very well known and not popular yet, just like Nia Rose. Doesn't matter. Awesome Kong, who has not been seen in months, it doesn't matter. You know them because you've shown them. You've shown them on TV. You gave them some time to be seen and to get a vid pack of them. You have Britt Baker a couple of times in the last few episodes at ringside and in the ring. You need to give these women. Rio is the AEW Women's Champion. I feel nothing from her. 0 from her. 0. You know why? Because she's not promoted. It's like a joke with her. What do I know about Rio? Nothing. What do I know about Sakura other than what they just said about her liking Jimmy Mercury and coming out with a damn mustache on her face and loving Jimmy Mercury? Why don't they give them some video packages? It could be 10 seconds long. Some video packages. That would give me some interest. The faces, the heels one, not the faces. And it was Sakura who's supposed to be challenging Rio on Full Gear. Now, since I didn't see last week, I didn't see why she got that opportunity. So I don't know what happened. But if they just gave it to her, which I know they didn't, they had to give a reason. That's what they've been trying to show in this show. Giving reasons for matches. The problem I have here, I would like to see a video package with an interpreter. And this is something I wish someone who would, from AEW, look at this video. Or anyone who knows someone from AEW to look at this video and listen to my words right now. If your women are going to be better than WWE or Impact or ROH or anywhere else, you must give them video packages. Even if there's only 10 seconds of words, give them something. Let the people know who they are. Because yes, unless you've been seeing stuff from either Pro Wrestling Noah, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, or let me see, there's another one named Pro Japan Wrestling. I think that's another one. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of it. But if you've not seen them, either on the Japanese or European or the Mexican circuits or Spanish circuits, how would you know who they are? Please listen to me. Use your brains. Give them 10 seconds. Even if it's got to be 5 seconds, let them be seen. Give them something, please. Give the champion a video package that really means something. Now, let's move on to Cutler versus Spears. I don't know where they're going to with Shawn Spears, but this guy looks like a beast. Mr. Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, just gives off this feeling of dread when he comes down to the ring with Tully Blanchard. Excuse me. Bad cough just then. He just feels like a beast. He does. Being the chairman of AEW feels like something. It's not just he carries a chair around with him. He already proved he busted open a he busted open a Cody. Now supposedly he almost took the tongue out of a Joey Janela, who I really don't care that much about. I haven't seen much of him. I haven't seen no promos of him, so I don't feel anything with him. But it makes sense for him. He won the match. And then when he was about to nail the Cutler, I'm calling him the Cutler, even though he's got a first name. You got Joey Joe and Janela coming down and protecting. Well, not probably protecting. He just wanted to get his hands on Spears. I'm alright with that. But I do wish they would have more video package for these guys and not on Dark. Please don't do that. Please, please put more vid packs. Take 2 minutes. 2 minutes it takes. Do it in 2 minutes. It doesn't hurt the show. Come on. Now, the main event. Oh, wait. Before I get started, we had how many video packages? We had 2 other video packages next to Brandi. One for Chris Jericho, which was a parody of... I enjoyed that parody of Cody's video package. And Hager he's in my face. He's just standing there, not saying a damn word. It worked. I enjoyed that video package. Then you got Moxley's video package talking about what he's going to be doing against a Kenny Omega who also was involved in the video package. It felt like it was important. Those 3 video packages were great and I enjoyed them. But you can do small vignettes of some of these women. Even if it's 2 a day, each 2 of episode or 1 episode. Give us something with the women other than Brandi Rhodes. And now you got Sammy Guevara. Finally got his name right. Chris, the loving the bubbly of the champion. You got Hangman Page. You know what the problem with Hangman Page is? He doesn't feel like Blackjack Mulligan. He doesn't come down with a hat, generally. He doesn't come down in a jacket. He doesn't come down with a bullwhip. I know he came out with a horse. Unfortunately, the horse died. His name was Stony. And that hurts me particularly because of what I follow. That if it was a male, that means my brother has passed. And that hurts me. But taking away from following Native American culture, I just wish he was more like he was a real cowboy. Come down to the ring. Dark. Kind of like what's going on with Cowboy James Storm. He may not come down in spats and a hat and a bullwhip, but he just feels dark, like a bad cowboy. This is what I'm not getting from Hangman Page. He needs to feel more darker. If he has to wear a cowboy hat, if he's got to wear a heavy jacket coming down to the ring, something to give his gimmick something extra. Kenny Omega's Kenny Omega. He's okay, the cleaner. Whoever gave him that name, thank you. It's silly, but I'm okay with it. Was the match okay? Yeah, it was a good match. But first we had Hager interfering. Then the champion went and won the match. Then the beatdown where Cody comes out and he tries to nail... Well, let me put it like this. Cody came out. MJF came out, Moxley came out, the Young Bucks came out. It reached the point one Santana Ortiz came out. It was just a free-for-all. Everyone was fighting one another. You got Kenny Omega almost getting nailed, and it was Moxley who saved him. No, helped him, not more than just helping him. I think he helped and saved him. But then they looked at each other and they just started fighting again. And that was perfect. That emphasizes that, yes, a bad guy could actually help a good guy in a situation where it benefits both of them. And afterward, they can go back to fighting. And that's something that Impact has not 100% effectively done it in a while. And WWE has not done in the main roster at all. So what did I feel about the end of the show? It was good. The show had its flaws, particularly with the tag match with the women and not getting any video packages from any of them. That is what's killing me about the show. They're showing some video packages of certain people, which is understandable. But you can't do a vignette of some of these women, even though they're already on the roster and you see them. Give them a vignette. The Go Home show was good. I enjoyed it. So I am very interested in seeing what's going to happen in Full Gear. But you guys tell me below. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I might look at NWA Power and do not a review, but an overview of the show this week. I might. It counts on what I'm doing. Because there's certain things that's going on right now that's kind of up in the air. So I don't know. But have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.